A lovely atmosphere building here. Teams on the pitch. And there's a bit of a breeze from the south, as there seems to have been for most of the last 10 days. It's not too hot. The conditions ideal for hockey, and if we see a game anything like the playoff for third and fourth, Richard, everyone will be happy.
Yes, 5-2 to Australia, bronze medal, and 4 goals in the first half, 4 field goals. And certainly very exciting, and set a great scene for today's gold medal match between the Netherlands and Pakistan. Pakistan slightly underdogs with the bookmakers, but I think a sentimental favourites with the crowd. We see both teams waiting to be called onto the pitch.
Have their anthems in a moment, so anxious moments while they await the start of this 70-minute final.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the teams line up, the World Cup
Those balloons will soon be out of the stadium with this breeze blowing.
Yes, they'll probably end up at Manly or somewhere.
Certainly well north of here. All the players now being introduced on the public address. We look at their results this year. They played each other twice. 2-1 to Pakistan in Lahore in the Champions Trophy, which Pakistan won, but 7-2 to the Netherlands at the NCM tournament, which is the old BMW tournament. That was in June. And I guess that's part of the Netherlands' unbeaten run, which is up to, what, 25 matches, 26?
That's right, haven't been beaten in 25 matches. And, of course, I saw the video of that match at the NCM tournament where they won 7-2. And it was 4-0 after 20 minutes and the game was all over. Shabazz hadn't touched the ball, so they played a very strategic game. And it's the same team as we're seeing here today, so we can only look forward to the same sort of tactics. But, of course, Pakistan would have done their homework, and a lot will depend on how well Shabazz copes with this situation.
He's not in that team that's out there tonight. We're looking at the Dutch, but still Shabazz seems to be leaving it to the last moment. There's Mark Dellison. And 2, 4, 6, 8 years, 14 players, 15 players is there, and they're missing one.
Yes, and here comes another player. So there's obviously, Shabazz has obviously been treated.
welcome viewers throughout Asia on Star TV. This is the Cathay Pacific World Cup final. Title holders the Netherlands take on three-time winners Pakistan. The Dutch lineup seems to have everything. Ronald Johnson, number 1, is very composed in goal. As our fullbacks Yazet and Portenar, Leo Kleingebink has been unbeaten at left half in the number 3 shirt. Captain Mark Dellison is an excellent leader in the midfield. They've scored 24 goals in the tournament, 15 of them from the sticks of Floris-Jan Bovelander, number 11, and 16 Taco van den Honert, who is the top scorer with 10. Hoping to get the call up from the bench, Martin Eichelboom, Walter Drent, Jeroen Delmay, Eric Jan de Rooij and Teun de Nooijer, the coach Roland Altmans. Well, Pakistan can feel perhaps the best keeper at the tournament in their number 1, Mansour, playing his 107th international. Captain and number 9, Shabazz, is a deceptive and beautiful mover, even with a dodgy hamstring. 4 and 5, Tahir and Kamran are his fellow danger men in the forward line. Number 7, Usman, unlucky not to make the World 11. Most critics here feel he's a great player, and although their defences look suspect on occasions, they've only let in 5 goals in 6 matches. Perhaps Naveed and Rana are underrated. The interchange players for Pakistan, Kaleem Ahmad, Shabazz Jr., no relation to the captain, Raheem and Shafkat Malik. And the coach is Rashid Jr., with some help from Hans Jorritsma, the Dutchman. The umpires for the World Cup final. Santi Deo from Barcelona, a veteran of 4 Olympics, and this is his 178th international. And Don Pryor from Perth, Western Australia. This is his 78th game, and it's his 3rd World Cup tournament. And Richard Angus, I think the right umpires have been selected for this vital match.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that we've got the best 2 umpires for the biggest match in the World Cup. One of the interesting things would be, early in the day, we saw Warren Birmingham play his 200th international for Australia. The crowd gave him a tremendous reception. And Mark Dellison, the captain of the Netherlands, this could be the last match in international hockey for Mark. Mark, a great player, plays in the midfield, played over 200 internationals, and he's a key player for them. He's one of the players who can distribute the ball to their forwards and get things moving for them.
This match going live to Europe, to the Netherlands, and of course to Pakistan, to India. And India have done so well at this tournament to get themselves back into the top 6 of world hockey.
Shabazz is out there. He's done a very, very small warm-up. He's obviously been doing something inside, a little bit of stretching on that hamstring, and he's playing it inside left. Number 9 for Pakistan will be closely marked by Jackie Brinkman.
Santi Deo is just checking the number of players on each side, make sure there's only 11 out there, and I think we're about ready for a start. Mansour at the back is just checking his gear.
Great crowd.
A lot of Dutch supporters behind the goal to our left. Taco van den Honert is over the ball. There's some Pakistan supporters as well. A couple of them with cricket shirts on from past seasons. And we're away in the World Cup final for '94. Bovelander looking for Brinkman. And it's Wazim taking it down the left. Plenty of speed. Yazet had position on him though. And he plays it out off the Pakistan flanker. Dellison, oh, isn't there some experience there? He'll be hoping to settle his team down early. The Dutch supporters are in good voice early with a Holland chant. And Shabazz, well, we'll watch how he moves. He seemed to go all right against Germany, made one memorable run.
And one memorable run against Australia, of course. It set up the 2nd goal. He's the best player in world hockey, but on one leg, you have to wonder.
Wouter van Pelt. Here's Brinkman. Van den Honert playing it first time. Stefan Veen has Van Veck up in the circle. Penalty corner given from Santi Deo with the match just 1 minute and 10 seconds old. Look out, here comes Bovelander and Van den Honert.
And Bovelander warming up the cannon, which is what the players reckon he does out there. He can hit the ball at about 160 kilometres an hour. So if he gets onto this, look out.
Jacques Brinkman has the drag. Dellison stops it. So Bovelander is 11, Van den Honert 16.
Now, umpire Deo's told them to wait till all the Pakistani players get behind the line. A lot of tension in this situation and a huge Dutch component behind the goal.
I think it's Boverlander.
There's a break.
So they're breaking out and trying to get a sniff of what's going to happen, and I think they've worked out that Flores is the man. I don't know that they're going to change their mind just because the plot's been given away.
Tahir has broken once already.
Boverlander. Up off a defender's stick, long corner, and Boverlander will take this as well because he keeps it so low and hard.
Very important save for the Pakistan defence.
Boverlander still. He just looked up for a moment and was robbed by Bajwa.
It's interesting that Bajwa's been included in the lineup because he's a young player. There's a bit of aggravation already.
Van Veck down with, after a blow to the, almost to the throat, high up on the chest.
Yes, and he gives him a little short jolt with his left elbow on the way past, a little tangle there. Didn't seem to be a lot in it.
Elbows to the throat, never that much fun though.
No.
Usman. Dellison. Shabazz. Off and away. It's great to watch. The ball was meant for Kamran, but there were orange shirts between him and the ball.
Yes, he was nicely shepherded off the ball. Roland Altman was a little earpiece in. I'm sure he's not listening to the cricket, so he's obviously concentrating and getting information from his assistant coach, who would be probably upstairs, someone spotting for him.
Tahir down the line. Gets the low cross in. Nobody there to meet it. Shabazz a little high up.
It's interesting that Roland Altmans, the coach of the Dutch men's team, was here in 1990 as coach of the Dutch women's team that won the gold medal. So he actually loves Sydney.
Why not? Had some success here. Portanar. Boverlander. Well, Altmans is quoted as saying it's all hangs off the midfield, how well the midfield feeds his forward line.
Yes, very important. Midfielders, any team game, they're the engine that drives the team. And Dillison running here.
Irfan goes down.
Here we see number 7, Mark Dillison, the captain of the Netherlands, chasing. He reaches in underneath, and in the collision,
Irfan's fallen on his stick,
yes,
which certainly would have been an uncomfortable landing. So a couple of injuries in the first few minutes. One penalty corner saved by Pakistan. And Rashid Jr. Abdul Rashid
was purely and simply the manager in October when they played in the Asian Games in Japan, and they came away with only a bronze medal, which in Pakistan terms is a failure. So they sacked the coach, Zuckerudin, and Rashid has taken over the entire team. He also made a few changes, brought in this man, Wasem Feroz, number 11, the left wing of this player, came in.
Usman. Bajwa. Trying to get round Kleingabing, but with some help from Yazet, Kleingabing sees it away. Dellison. Dutch hit.
Number 3 for Holland, Kleingabing, probably the player of the tournament in my book. Hasn't been beaten in any game, and he'd be looking for a repeat performance. But consistency has earned him a place in the World 11, and certainly I wouldn't be surprised if he was named the player of the tournament.
Boverlander does a steal.
So strong.
Looking for Van den Honert. But now on the counter-attack, it's Pakistan. Tahir. Usman. Mishit it. Shabazz has got it anyway. There's nothing of him. but with a hockey ball in possession, can really move.
And he'd only need to make one of his famous runs today, and the crowd will just go mad because he's such an exciting player to watch. Pakistan veterans who've been watching hockey for a long, long time claim if he's not the best ever, he's very, very close to it.
And Taco van den Honert, leading goal scorer at the tournament, with that 10, 5 of them in one match. He is their other main option in the penalty corner situation. Taco can flick probably more powerfully than anybody here. Klein Gebink. And Kamran, leading goal scorer for Pakistan.
Yes, Kamran scored 9 goals in the Asian Games in Japan. He's got 7 here, so it's 16 goals in 2 tournaments, and if he keeps that up, he'll put a stamp on international hockey. It's a long time since Pakistan have had a centre forward of that calibre.
I reckon I could score a couple if I was running off Shabazz.
Yes, he has the ability to set people up.
Dillison. The thing about injuries, I suppose, Richard, when we think about Shabazz, is that when it's a final, you can just about put it out of your mind, play through some pain. Hamstrings perhaps a little different, though. They are a bit debilitating.
They certainly are, and what's more, I mean, the Pakistan media have just said he has to play, full stop. No question about it. He must play. He must be on the field because he's the leader, he's the motivator, and all those things. They call him the King of Pakistan and all those sorts of things. Without him, their motivation seems to drop enormously, so they're not surprised that he's playing.
Kamran. Boverlander's tackle. Stefan Vane. Boverlander again. Well picked up by Usman. Boverlander wants to make up for it. Usman gets all the way to the 25 before Boverlander forces him out.
Yeah, that's good play by Usman, making Boverlander run, make him tired. So when he has to take the penalty corners, he's feeling tired.
Tahir.
Lovely pass.
Bajwa earns the hit. Usman to take it.
Well, I couldn't see what that was for. If that was 1 inch off the ground, I'd be surprised. It's all very well when the ball is dangerous or lifted into the circle. It seemed to be a nothing.
It's very interesting that the Netherlands are making an interchange so early in the game. And, you know, perhaps Roland Altmans is a bit concerned.
Well, Remco van Vleck, who's about to get replaced, has suffered a minor injury and has barely seen the ball, and Teun de Nooijer is going to come on. Teun de Nooijer, the youngest man on the field at 18. Dillison, here's de Nooijer. De Nooijer still. Tackle from Rana. De Nooijer puts the cross in.
There's trouble.
Vane. Brinkman. And he was in the identical spot to where he was against Australia in the semi-final, but couldn't get the shot away.
Yeah, wanted to set it up, just took a fraction too long, and Naveed was able to close him down. Is Jackie Brinkman.
Long corner then for Boverlander.
Bit of pushing off the ball.
Remco van Vleck, I'm sure he'll be back on before the end of the game. Dillison, saved by Mansour. Pakistan have the pressure relieved here with a hit.
Yes, here's the pass from Boverlander, beautiful flat hit. Dillison has a chance, doesn't quite get hold of it, but it's cleared away by the Pakistan defence.
Portanar brings down the high ball quite comfortably. Yazet. 10 minutes gone.
And even though that was pushed over the goal line by the Netherlands, it was outside the 25, so it means it's still a 16-yard hit to the Netherlands team.
Roland Altmans has really got stuck into Van Velt. Obviously, he wasn't sort of keeping to the game plan, and certainly gave him the message.
Well, he's turned to Neuer, trying to make the most of his opportunity in Van Vecht's place. Kleingebink, little touch on for De Neuer. And Ten de Neuer looks to have made a bit of a difference on this left side.
But Rana was too good for him then. Rana, very experienced fullback, played in the Barcelona Olympics. Of course, in the Barcelona Olympics, Pakistan actually beat Holland in quite controversial circumstances, which saw your mate, Lystra, throw a ball at the umpire and got suspended. So it was a pretty controversial finish to the game for a bronze medal.
Was him, yeah, always a great fan of the former Dutch keeper, Frank Lystra.
Never short of a word, Frank. That was when he was playing. He was bad enough off the field. So he had a bit of a holiday after that.
He always had a lot to say. I don't know how much was heard because he was always at the back in goal with a mask on his face.
I think some of the players would have been quite happy if he kept his mouth going at the same time. So apart from that 7-2 loss to the Netherlands in Amsterdam earlier this year, their performance against the Netherlands over the last 2.5 years has been very good.
They've met in all of the last 6 World Cups at some stage or another. In 90, the Netherlands beat Pakistan in the final 3-1.
Before a massive crowd, 72,000 people.
Taco. And Van den Honert looks for Vane.
Great tackle. They're very sharp near their feet, these two Pakistan fullbacks. Number 10, Rana, and number 2, Naveed.
Well, here's Bovelander swaggering over to take the long corner. 12 minutes gone. And that was a rarity from him, too high into the circle.
The Netherlands bench looking on.
You've got to stay awake on the bench, haven't you? The ball shoots over there and you're unprotected. If you're not watching the game, you mightn't watch anything for a while. Yazet.
He's been a very good player, Yazet.
Van Pelt. I think the secret is, Richard, they haven't had a bad player.
Well, there's no doubt they've been the best team in the competition. I haven't met a person here who thinks otherwise. And if they win here today, there will be some justice. But of course, Pakistan is such a good team, overcome some difficulties.
Kamran, he's got plenty to beat. And falls at the first hurdle, but gets the hit. The only regular changes the Dutch have been making have been Van Vecht for De Neuer and back again. The other 10 have been on there for much of the game. Yazet.
Well, you have two contrasting styles here. You have what we call the European style, where they play a sweeper, which is Yazet, given by name because he sweeps up anything loose across the back. And the Pakistanis would play with 2 fullbacks and 5 forwards. So you've got a lineup of 3-3-3 in the Dutch team opposed to 5-3-2 in the Asian system. And of course, the Dutch team played very similar to the way they play in soccer. And of course, soccer has a big influence on that.
Bovelander. It nearly made its way to Brinkman, but instead, Wasim losing out quickly to Van Pelt. Well, it's been a brisk enough pace through the first 15 minutes, Richard, but not too many clear shots at goal.
And that's clearly demonstrated by the fact that the defence is so strong, with Yazet at the back, with Kleingebink and Portenar, and of course Naveed and Rana, as we see Shabazz with the ball.
This time Dellison got his stick in early for an important tackle. Van den Honert. Nice ball to Dellison, and a better one to Vane. Van den Honert, Vane. Oh, De Neuer was lining it up, and Usman threw his stick at it to save Pakistan.
Well, that's a bad pass because it's been intercepted again. They might get out of it.
Dellison. Stefan Vane managed to keep it in.
19 minutes remaining in this half.
Certainly the Netherlands making the most of what opportunities there have been. And penalty corner now.
Here's the earlier break where the ball goes to Stefan Vane, knocks the ball to Taco van der Honnet. And there's a chance here, but there's a desperate lunge by Usman. He knocks it away again as De Nooijer lined it up.
Penalty corner, number 2 for the Netherlands. Will it be Bovelander again, or will it be Van den Honnet? Bovelander's taken up the front position. Pakistan got a lucky deflection last time. Van den Honnet has an hour of time to line it up. Well saved by Mansour. He had to wait for a teammate to come in and clear it away.
Well, I didn't see any. Well, here's the penalty corner. It goes. There's a dummy by Bovelander. It goes to Taco, who drags around, then flicks. But Mansour's standing up. There's no Dutch player in there.
Bovelander, he's got it. 1-0. And their third penalty corner bears fruit for the Dutch. Floris-Jan Bovelander, goal number 6.
And here's the follow-up penalty corner. It's a straight hit, straight past the goalkeeper's left pad and underneath the fullback on the post. 1-0.
The goal coming after 17 minutes.
And it keeps up their very high average, 1 out of 3, 33%. I was about to say that I thought umpire Deo was very harsh on giving them another penalty corner after Mansour had made the first save, because there was not a Netherlands player close to the net.
Well, as we called it, it took an age for anyone to come in and clear it away, so there could not have been much danger.
Certainly right, and I think that there'll be some criticism of that after the match.
Portinari allowed to run from deep, and he was trying to connect with Stefan Vane. Kamran, Portinari dives at it.
The Netherlands will be trying to delay all of these free hits so they can get people behind the ball, and as we look now, every orange shirt is behind the ball, which makes it very hard for Pakistan to get into any flow, any rhythm in their game.
And they certainly don't enjoy the Netherlands' expertise in the penalty corner situation. They've converted 1 from 24, about 4%. So if they don't score them from the field, they tend not to score them.
A long corner, another chance for Pakistan to get into that circle.
Tahir.
Ball penalty corner, have to be. Yes, straight off the goalkeeper's pad, straight over the goal line, and no problem with that. Don Pryor was right onto him.
There was a brief protest from the Dutch after Janssen kicked it away.
Right along the goal line, he's kicked it straight over the goal line. Mind you, you have to ask what he can do. Try and keep the ball into play.
It's one of those rules that are awkward in hockey. It's open to interpretation. First penalty corner for Pakistan. And they're all out early. Janssen leading them out.
This little dummy run by Janssen, probably to sow a seed of doubt in the mind. Maybe he will run.
Half-hearted flick. Oh, Janssen just about missed it.
The slower ball.
The slower ball had him play early.
This is another penalty corner that went astray. I mean, Tahir didn't even get onto the flick, but there was a little deflection there, nearly caught him. Free hit to Pakistan outside the circle. Everybody 5 yards.
Shabazz has it. Bit of pushing and shoving going on. Dellison got the stick to it. Well chased by Irfan. And it must give the Dutch such enormous confidence, Richard, to know they've got a 30% conversion rate with their penalty corners. They know if they keep getting them that, you know, Taco or Bovelander is going to slot one in.
Yes, and that didn't happen by luck. They did a lot of hard work. I mean, Bovelander was recognised at 13 years of age and they spent years training him in the mould of some of the great penalty corner hitters of the past, like Cruz and Litchens.
Shabazz. Oh, how is that skill level? Tahir, nice trap. Bajwa has a shot. Cross goal, it's in.
It's a goal.
It's deflected in off the keeper, I think, or one of the Dutch players, but the shot came from within the circle. Bajwa, credit him with the goal.
Might have been a deflection.
We'll wait and see. They're all applauding Cameron as well.
Yeah, so maybe he got a deflection, and that's why I went up under the crossbar.
Let's look to see if we can pick up whether Cameron was involved, but Bajwa certainly had the first shot from the edge of the circle.
Here's Tahir. This is a beautiful pass off the wrong foot to Bajwa. He drills it. Yes, a little deflection. That's why I went so high.
Let's give the goal to Cameron then. A brilliant deflection from him. And it's his 8th goal. Slides it up into the top. 1-1. What a final we've got now. Taco van den Honert.
Great to see those goals. Penalty corners are great, but field goals, there's something extra about them. Brings the crowd alive. This big crowd is really excited by this game already. 13 minutes to go to half-time. It's 1-1.
Well, Cameron was just about hidden from our view, Richard. I thought that it'd come off Janssen, but one little stick is all it needs. Remco van Vleck back on for Teun de Nooijer. So van Vleck, with ears no doubt still ringing from Ronald Altman's blast. See what he does.
Pakistan were about to make a change just before that goal was scored, but they certainly changed their mind, and they're ecstatic on the bench down here.
As they should be. Klein-Gebink back. Well, that's a great ball for Van Vleck when they look to be in trouble, the Dutch defence, but now they may be again. Cameron and Portinari both put their hands in the air.
Well, that's Cameron's 8th goal in this World Cup, and I think all of them have been field goals, so he's pretty excited about that, and that's a very, very good effort to be the #1 good scorer of field goals in the World Cup.
Usman, he won't get away with that.
Pushing the back.
Got a smile from Don Pryor. I don't think Leo Klein-Gebink found it too amusing.
The ball was bouncing, so he had to trap it on the bounce. Yeah, it's just a little push on the shoulder, enough to make the fall.
And Klein-Gebink, hand to the right hip, so he landed pretty heavily.
I was trying to see how he hurt his hip. I thought he landed on his front. So
might be a bit winded too. He's a pretty tough man.
certainly a push in the back. Yes, it was. Yeah, he did land more on his hip than on his front. So yes, just his left hip.
Caesar giving his back a bit of a wrench as well. He's very stiff there. Anyway, well, he'll play on. Just run out the soreness.
Plenty of instruction given to the Pakistani team when they came how to drinks. Even from the stand above here, there was a few messages coming across. Shabazz looked up and waved to somebody up there, so the messages are flowing thick and strong down here.
I think there's a few Pakistan veterans up in the VIP area. Shabazz Jr. on for Wasim.
Well, that's not surprising because Wasim wasn't even in the Pakistan team that went to the Asian Games in Japan and was called up with only about two weeks to go, so his wasn't Feroz. My understanding was he was sitting at a bank when he got the phone call to come on, you're going to the World Cup. So I don't know how much training he's done.
He's got 2 goals, Wasim. Tahir.
Oh no, not good enough.
Van Pelt, not too much trouble with that. Stefan Vane.
Good back tackling by Shabazz Jr.
Usman.
Cameron's not a big man, is he?
No.
When he stands alongside some of the players from the Netherlands, he's certainly not a big man, but he's very, very dangerous in that circle.
I think the fact that the Pakistan players are not powerfully built is an indication of the way they play the game. Here's Shabazz. Shabazz.
Oh, he fell on the ground just outside the circle, so it'll be a free hit right outside, and he's very lucky not to get a penalty corner. Someone wasn't 5 yards.
It's a more free-flowing game, certainly from Pakistan. The Dutch more powerfully built, as are the Germans. Watched Pakistan come off the field the other day after defeating the Germans, and Shabazz went up to shake the hand of Christian Blunk. What a contrast in stature. Shabazz's legs not much wider than his hockey stick. Klein-Gibbing looks to be moving okay now. Van Veck gives the ball away. Won't please Ronald Altmans. We might have Denoyer back on in a moment.
Yes.
Usman.
Oh, he dummied then.
Usman.
There's good umpiring. There's a little stick check there by Shabazz Jr. He knew he was in the wrong position. And Portner, who's holding his, or was it Van Pelt, holding his ear. I know a lot of spectators are very happy Germany aren't in the final. They were very, very pleased when Pakistan qualified. A few people said to me, if Germany get in, they're going home. So I'm quite happy that Pakistan got in it, because the contrast in styles lend itself for exciting hockey.
Shabazz. Van Veck. This is off to Dellison. It's sold out today. Great crowd here at State Sports Centre, or Olympic Park as it'll become known over the years as we move towards 2000. Lovely day, not too hot, a bit of a breeze.
Perfect for hockey, and as you say, there's hardly a spare seat.
And I think a right situation has emerged where you've got the teams who finished top of their pools making the final. Australia, although they played brilliantly in the playoff for third, didn't quite do enough to take their place in the final.
Oh yes, I think so. And I think sometimes there has to be some justice in the world of sport. The top 2 teams in the pool.
Van Veck. And Stefan Vane ghosting in behind Junaid, looking for the deflection.
It obviously came off Junaid's stick over the goal line because it's a long corner as Boverlander goes across.
This is the end where the Dutch supporters are. Holland is the chant. Boverlander keeps it low.
It deflected up high, but it was over the top of everybody, so certainly no danger. Good umpiring by Santi Deo.
How's it?
That'll be dangerous.
That's up off a Pakistan stick. Shabazz doesn't think so. Vane.
Junaid there again. Stefan Vane. Lovely little slip pass here from Mark Dillison. Stefan Vane, but Junaid's there again.
It's a little corridor of danger there that Vane fired through. Boverlander. The Dutch calling for a Pakistan foot. Santi Deo not interested.
They do that every time, so Santi Deo's well used to that. If he doesn't see it, he won't blow it.
And that's the way umpires have to go. No point blowing on the player's reaction if they don't see it.
Well, Usman done well again.
Away they go. Bajwa. Bajwa beats a couple. Brinkman got the stick down.
Oh, umpire Pryor blew the whistle too quickly. Didn't need to blow it then because the ball fell to the Pakistan player.
Shabazz. And Pakistan worked their way a little closer to the top of the circle.
Yes, Cameron wasn't happy with Pryor then.
Usman. He's deceptive. Usman.
Yeah, they just show that stick on the open face and then drag inside and eliminate people very easily. Defenders who don't watch the ball but start watching the stick are going to be in all sorts of trouble against teams like Pakistan and India. 6 minutes to half-time, 1-1.
Van Pelt. Yazet. Shabazz Jr. a little push in the back. Kamran leaves it. Shabazz plays it now to Shabazz Jr.
Pressure being applied by Pakistan. They're trying to keep the back four for Holland under a lot of pressure by pressing them.
Dellison, Bovelander, Van Veck, no, not quite.
Usman was lucky then. He came towards Bovelander. He got caught in no man's land. Came towards Bovelander, but the pass from Bovelander to the left winger wasn't good enough.
Tahir. Shabazz. Oh, nearly a dream ball. Didn't Bovelander read it well and get to the deck quickly. Brinkman. Mansour. Watch that go in. Not a problem. 4:20 to go to half-time. A goal apiece.
The Netherlands with 4 players in the unofficial World 11 selected by the world media. Taco van der Honnet, Captain Mark Dillison, who's captain of the side, Bovelander, and I'm sure he's going to be very pleased to learn Leo Kwan Gabeng.
Van der Honnet turns, earns the free hit. Brinkman wasn't expecting it. Fane got around Naveed, and the hit will be just outside the circle.
Just forgot to mention Yazet is in that team as well, so they've got 5 in the team. Clyde Gemmick's free at the top of the circle.
Makes a habit of setting himself up free on
It's a little
the
set
far
piece.
side.
Yes,
Yeah.
a little set play. We've seen him score from that situation and miss another one. He just has that ability to drift into that space.
Fortunar. 3 minutes to go to half-time. And I think the crowd here would be fairly satisfied with the first half action. Richard,
Yes, I think they would be. I mean, after all, it is a World Cup final. Teams aren't going to give people space in which to work just to entertain the crowd. So 1-1 at half-time would be probably a very justifiable result. The crowd would be pretty happy with that.
Van der Honnet squirts it up the line. Junaid play it. Usman.
Oh no, tried to go too strong. These Bovelander and Klein Gemmick there together.
The Dutch want to dispute it, but Sandy Deo will hear none of the argument. Klein Giving. And the team's erring on the cautious side as we get into the last couple of minutes of the half.
Yes, they don't want to concede a goal with only a minute and a half to half-time. They certainly don't want to take any chances, and if an opportunity arises, they'll take it. But defensively, they're quite happy to go in at half-time at 1-1. Offside against Bovelander. Kenny Walk named in the Australian in the World 11, the only Australian in the official 11.
So the umpires weren't picking that team.
But Michael York and Paul Lewis were named in the reserve bench of 5, or the interchange bench of 5. So that's 3 Australians who've got into this World 16.
Tahir up towards Shabazz. Now there's just enough time for Pakistan to be patient with this move towards the circle. 45 seconds to go. Through Brinkman, but Boverlander pushes forward. Vanden Honnet. Well, they're getting around Vanden Honnet and Boverlander quite well. The Pakistan defence is playing extremely well.
Yes, they're ganging up to tackle. As soon as Taco Vanden Honnet goes near the ball, 2 Pakistan players go to him, so that when he beats one, he runs straight into the second tackle.
The crowd counting down the first half. And honours shared in an entertaining first half of the World Cup final. And perhaps predictably, the Dutch scoring from a penalty corner through Floris Boverlander in the 17th. Kamran equalising for Pakistan. So at half-time, it's 1-1.
And we'll take you back to the hockey in a few minutes' time for the second half of this final between Netherlands and Pakistan. But in the meantime, let's take a quick look at what else is happening in sport today. And first up, golf. Greg Norman is still leading his classic at Royal Melbourne, 11 under the card. He's dropped a shot, as has Anthony Gilligan, since the last update we gave you. But joining them up in the lead is Paul Maloney. He's picked up 2 shots since the last time we did an update. Mark Kalkovecki, the overnight leader, is 1 behind at 10 under the card, followed by Lucas Parsons at 9 under, and then at 8, Brett Ogle and Wayne Grady. To cricket now, and Australia A side versus Zimbabwe over at the Wacker. Zimbabwe won the toss and elected to bat, but the Aussies doing very well, because a short time ago, Zimbabwe 5 for 119 in the 37th over. Campbell 28 not out, Butch Sharp 4 not out. Flower, the highest scorer so far, with 44. And still on cricket, England versus the ACT at Manuka Oval. England batted first. They registered 5 for 254 in their 50 overs. Atherton retired Hirsch on 53, equal top scorer with Stewart on 53. The ACT in reply in the 24th over are 4 wickets down for 70. Evans on 37. Next Saturday's ABC's Summer of Golf resumes with coverage of the Australian Women's Open at Royal Adelaide. The first time the event has been held in 16 years thanks to a new sponsorship deal. Peter G has this preview.
Thanks, Karen. Yes, the golfing spotlight swings onto the Women's Tour over the next fortnight, starting at Royal Adelaide next Thursday with the Holden Australian Women's Open. Then it's to Royal Pines on the Gold Coast for the Alpine Ladies Masters, starting on December the 15th. Both events live and exclusive to ABC Sport. The world's best player, Britain's Laura Davies, will be back to defend her Masters crown, but the field, drawn from 18 nations, won't have her giant presence to contend with at Royal Adelaide, and I'm sure they're very happy about that. Still, it's a very classy field, headed by Australia's most successful woman golfer, Jan Stevenson. The winner of 16 events on the US Tour, including the US Open, will be hoping to regain the title she won back in 1977. In fact, this title hasn't been contested since 1978, so hopefully the $200,000 event marks a rebirth in Australian women's professional golf. Making what I'm sure will be an emotional and she hopes a successful homecoming from the US Tour is Jane Crafter. I think her local knowledge of Royal Adelaide will stand her in good stead. The same goes for Sue Daniels. For mine, I think it's at last time that the Queenslander Corinne Dibner won a professional tournament here in Australia. She won her 13th European Tour event this year, and she has a burning desire to break the ice here in Australia. She'll have to beat 9 of the top 13 on the European Order of Merit this year, headed by the Swede Annika Sorenstam. Don't discount the younger Australians also, players like Lorraine Lambert, Sarah Gautry, the South Australian amateur Anne-Marie Knight, and making her professional debut, the Queenslander, very talented Kari Webb. ABC Sport's live telecast of the event starts on Friday from 5 until 6 Eastern Summer Time, then from 2 till 6 on Saturday, followed by 3 hours of Sunday's final round from 4 o'clock. As well as seeing some great golf, will also be giving you your first chance to win a his and hers golfing package that will make you and yours the envy of the Australian golfing community. The total value of the package is in excess of $12,000. So join us from next Friday afternoon for details on how you can enter. Unfortunately, Karen, I don't think you or I are eligible to enter.
Thank you, Peter. That's a pity, isn't it? We've got our ABC Golf Day on tomorrow, so that should be quite interesting. We'll see Peter G then. Well, as we mentioned, over at the WACA, the one-day match between Zimbabwe and the Australian A side. Zimbabwe a short time ago, 5 for 119. Let's take a look at some highlights.
The Flower brothers got the tourists off to a great start. Ricky Ponting giving Andy an early second chance.
Well, it went flying away square of the wicket.
He grabbed the opportunity.
He's got that away as well. Now that will go for 4 as well. What a good shot, just a little short.
He and brother Greg giving Joe Angel a lesson with 16 runs off just 1 over.
There's a man down there, Hughes, trying to get to it well.
But Merv Hughes ended that. A sitter for rifle and Andy Flower sent back to the pavilion.
He's thrown it away. Top edge, sky to point. And the catch taken by Paul Rifle. So really that is the waste.
Well, back to hockey now, and joining me now is German captain Christian Blunk, whose side went down 5-2 to Australia earlier today to finish 4th in this tournament. And Christian, disappointing today for you, but it must have been a shock to see 4 Australian goals go in so quickly in that first half.
I mean, especially for me, sitting on the bench first half and seeing the Australian team hitting 4 goals into our goal in 9 minutes, it was of course very disappointing, and we were really keen on having a good game today and try our best for getting the bronze medal, but it didn't work really.
What was the reason for you not starting today? You came on the second half, but why not start the game this afternoon?
That was a decision made by the coach because the team didn't behave very well after the semi-final, and not to lose his head, he has to make the captain responsible for the team because he's responsible for the behavior of the team, and so that was a decision 100% taken by the team, and that's why I was sitting on the bench first half.
Difficult for you, I can imagine. What was the feeling at half-time when suddenly you found yourself 4 goals down?
I mean, there was nothing really to come back after 4-0 at half-time, and then they made the 5-0 right after the half-time. We tried our best. We made 2 more goals. We had a chance for the 3rd goal, for a 4th goal, but there was not really a chance to come back after this high score from the Australians.
Overall, just briefly, Christian, your assessment of how Germany's gone in this World Cup 94. You've had 3 draws and 2 wins, and then the loss in the semi-finals and a loss today.
Overall, I'm quite happy with the team. We came up during the whole tournament. We improved, and especially in the semi-final, we had a very good game against Pakistan. We had more chances than they had during the normal game, during the 70 minutes. And it was a bit unlucky that we didn't win the game in the normal time. And then we lost on strokes. That's always a bit of luck, what you need to win on strokes. But overall, I'm quite happy with the team. We have quite a young side, and this experience here for us will bring us forward. And so we are looking forward for the next big major tournament that will be the Atlanta Games. And I'm quite sure that we are a very good team in Atlanta, and we are looking for a medal there.
Okay, Christian, thanks very much for your time. I know you're having a holiday in Australia now for 3 weeks with your wife, so have a good one.
Okay, thank you very much.
German captain Christian Blunk. Well, the second half of the final coming up in just a few minutes' time. So let's cross back up to our commentators. 1-1 at half-time, the Netherlands and Pakistan. Good afternoon again to Steve Rebillard and Richard Agus.
Thanks very much, Karen, and I think we all enjoyed the first half. Honours even at the end of 35 minutes, and Richard Agus, the Dutch, looking for a quick start as they received against Australia, but instead of in the 5th minute, they had to wait till the 17th to get the telling penalty corner put away by Bovelander.
Yes, they had an opportunity to score at the 5th minute, as we say, and the ball was deflected over the top, but then the penalty corner by Bovelander, and he just hammered it past the goalkeeper's left foot. We see here on the replay, There's the shot, and it goes past the goalkeeper's left foot and actually underneath the defender who's on the post. His job is to deflect it round the corner.
And they're keeping up their great percentage, around 30% conversion rate for the Dutch in the penalty corner situations. That was their third. In it goes, and they were up 1-0. And we were saying that if Pakistan are going to score, it's more likely to come from a field goal, and so it was from Kamran.
Yes, it was a great field goal. The ball was taken by Tahir. It was slipped into the circle, and we didn't know whether it had been a shot at goal in the circle. As we see it, here's the play. Tahir makes the pass on the outside. Bajwa has the shot, and there's a deflection. And at the time, we didn't realise it had been deflected. But there he was, deflecting it underneath the crossbar, and a very, very good goal.
And it wasn't until we could have a good close look at the replay that we saw that it was Kamran slipping in between defenders and the keeper to get a stick on it and to make it 1-1.
And here's Shabazz with the ball. As we watch it from the other angle, he pulls inside. Then it goes to Tahir, who runs with the ball, draws the defence. He slips it on the outside to Bajwa, who hammers it, and then out of nowhere comes Kaz Kamran.
And it was a very nifty piece of stick work from Kamran.
And in the last minute, little deflection underneath the crossbar.
No chance for the keeper. Well, in 35 minutes of play, did you detect any chinks in the armour of either side that coaches would have been talking about at half-time?
Well, really, it was a war of attrition in the fact that the defences were on top, and it was one of those situations where who was going to break. They both had an opportunity. They both scored. 1-1 was probably a fair result at half-time, and it will be an opportunity for the Pakistan team. And I see that Shabazz is warming up like he's going to get serious in the second half, and when he can start really running and driving forward, then maybe Pakistan can come back, because they have a very good record against Holland.
And it's the man we're speaking about, Shabazz. So, in essence, we start all over again. One apiece, 35 minutes to go. Should we be locked at full time? Straight into penalty strokes.
And that would be a hard way to lose a World Cup.
Wasim just sees it over the side at the start.
In the penalty corners, Netherlands 3 for 1, keeping up their record of 33%. Pakistan have had one penalty corner that didn't go well, so obviously they didn't convert it. Shots at goal, Netherlands 5, Pakistan 2. Score 1-1 as we see Shabazz into attack.
Shabazz for Kamran, who makes a dramatic tumble over. Shabazz, reverse stick shot, nothing. Now Kamran falls to the ground again.
He was hit by the keeper on the follow-through. And here we see the breakaway, beautiful ball, and that's where he gets by the keeper. Shabazz has a chance, but Yazet dives. Oh, that could have been a goal.
And it could have been a penalty corner too. Yazet, his stick, I mean, I don't see that he had any option. It's one of those hard rules that we've talked about throughout the tournament. What's the defender to do? But it did go directly off his stick over the goal line. Anyway,
looks like he's hurt here because he's tumbled over the top of Janssen, the goalkeeper. I always wonder why they do that.
Yeah, I heard that he's actually got a Dutch physio. Yep. He'll be all right. Maybe he knows a bit about chiropractic.
I hope so.
Well, all limbs seem to be functioning, so we can get on with it.
No, they're taking the free hit. Santi Deo, the time hasn't even been reblown, and wasn't Feroz was trying to catch everybody by surprise, and all he did was catch the umpire by surprise. Wasn't flat on the carpet, so he's blown it up. Free hit.
Those long corners, those hits into the circle must be 100% along the deck, or the umpires will say it's dangerous. Junaid. Well played. Wasim. Still Wasim. And Kleingevink had to be sure with the trap, and was.
This Netherlands can really thank Yazet for that save, because with Shabazz with the ball 3 yards out on his reverse, it was going to be a goal. But they survived that.
Fanfek. Across to Portanar. Now Pakistan. Up towards halfway through Tahir. Kept in well. Kamran hoping for a mistake from Portanar. It's not there, though. Van Pelt now.
Well, that's a mistake.
Bajwa.
Oh, across the front.
How did he get his stick to that? It looked like it was going over the goal line, and Bajwa.
Yes, there was a mistake by Van Pelt, capitalised on by Bajwa. He gets the ball across. It's in the air. There's a bustle in front of the goal as they try to keep Kamran away. He's always loitering in there.
Just needed a header.
The header would have been very handy.
It's painful. Junaid. Shabazz and Brinkman dueling.
Brinkman not 5 yards.
Richard Khajarisma went into the change room half-time for Pakistan, and obviously he said something and put a lot more pressure on the Dutch now.
Yes, it's interesting. Khajarisma, who actually coached the Dutch men's team in 1990 in Lahore, so he coached Holland in 1990. Now he's involved in the Pakistan team, so it's a real turnaround. Of course, he has great experience in these situations.
Very difficult to sort out his allegiances in this final.
Yes, because he would know every one of these Dutch players. He'd know all their idiosyncrasies and their styles and the sort of things they like to do.
Delisson. Yazet to Klangabing. Play on, says Don Pryor. Good advantage. Delisson with a chance.
Oh, good tackle. Taco van der Honne was on. Here's Shabazz at full stretch.
Has Wazim on his left. Tahir.
Should be a goal. He's offside. That's offside.
Kamran offside.
Yes, it should have been a goal, but played it one too many.
Tahir, in his attempt to be unselfish, passed it to an offside teammate in Kamran.
Well, it's a wonderful piece of play, but as he tucked it underneath, you could see Kamran's running forward. There has to be 2 players between him and the goal. It's painful.
And there looked to be no doubt about the decision either. Sandy Deo making the right call. Next to no protest from Pakistan, just disappointment.
It's 2 let off for the Dutch team.
Pakistan looking as sharp as they've been all tournament. Bajwa. Well, the Dutch getting more than they bargained for here, I think.
Yeah, as we said, the style of play of Pakistan worries them. And after 5 minutes, between 2 very good shots at goal by the Pakistan team. But as we know and they would know, Boverlander and Taco could change the game in a minute. 2 penalty corners, bang, bang, and it's all over. So they have to take their chances.
Pakistan have now had 4 shots at goal. The Netherlands 5. Shabazz. Oh, the skills. Around Van Pelt like he wasn't there. Yazet to Van den Honnet. Delisson. Trapped the bouncing ball nicely. Kleingebink. Oh, brave touch on for Van Veek. Put their body on the line, these boys.
They do, and it's becoming a very good game of hockey. A lot of counter-attack. I'm not sure that Roland Altman would like this run-and-gun type of play.
And what's that trophy worth? A lot of money. It's solid silver, and the countries depicted on that globe are of gold. A green card for somebody.
Someone told me that if you win it, you have to insure it for about 15,000 Australian dollars or something. Well, sorry, it costs you about $15,000 to insure it.
So it's got to be worth over 100. And then some, I'm sure.
Yes.
A couple of 100,000. Anyway, it was made in Pakistan back for 71.
Yes, the original World Cup in 1969 was going to be it's into the circle, which is against the rules. Yes, he lifted it into the circle. 1969 World Cup was going to be in Pakistan, but of course the war in Bangladesh put a stop to that and was transferred to Barcelona.
And it was won in 1971 by Pakistan.
They defeated Spain in the final. I saw that final. I was a player at that time. We won't talk too much about how Australia went in that World Cup, but needless to say we weren't in the finals.
Pakistan have won it 3 times. The Netherlands twice. The Netherlands the only team to have won it at home.
1973 in Amsterdam.
Here we are at the 8th World Cup, and only 4 countries have got their hands on it. Pakistan, the Netherlands, Australia in '86, India in '75.
And surprisingly, Germany have never won the World Cup.
Van Pelt, Fane, Dellison.
We saw the launch of the World Cup for 1998, which will be in Utrecht, Holland. It'll be a joint World Cup between the men and the women to mark the 100th years of hockey in Holland. So that will be a magnificent event. I've already booked my room.
Portenar. Australian women, of course, will go to that as the defending champions, having won in Dublin this year. Van den Honnet. Still Taco Van den Honnet. Stephen Vane wants a look at it.
Well, it's a very good play by Pakistan defence. They didn't want to get close to him because Taco has such great skills. You put it on a foot, get a penalty corner, which is exactly what they want.
Dutch Curry. Boverlander with the low hit.
It's a goal.
It's goal. It's off Dellison. Dellison, the captain, has scored.
Well, Pakistan aren't happy. They've mobbed the goalkeeper. We're going to have an incident here because he's going to ask the other umpire.
So Don Pryor is going over to talk to Sandy Deo. And Dellison is going over now too.
Yes, Mark Dellison's going to run over there and he's saying, stay away.
Let me have our discussion in private.
I think he's saying I didn't see it. 16-yard hit, yep.
He's disallowed it.
We don't have slow motion replay. In hockey we don't have slow motion replay, but in ABC TV we'll be able to have a look at it. It was actually off, I think it was actually off the defender, off the, yep.
Roland Roberts is onto the field, off the bench. Obviously very upset about the change of decision. Pakistanis are obviously a little bit happier about it.
Well, Dellison was very quick to claim it. He did seem to be a long way from the ball.
It looked to me like Naveed actually touched at number 2 for Pakistan, which means it was touched by a Pakistani in the circle, therefore not a goal.
Disappointment for Dellison, drama for everybody. Boverlander, who creates such danger with these low flat hits. Not this time though.
Junaid on his way out. Oh no, he went for the $1 million pass and Shabazz is not happy. Shabazz is saying we had the numbers, we hit that, why go for that pass? And it was a very difficult pass he went for. Probably the worst option.
So in your view, what would have been said between Deo and Pryor? Would Deo have backed up the Pakistan point of view then?
Probably. But on that angle, although I'd be surprised if you could actually see it. But the normal, you can almost tell by the body language. I mean, the Pakistani players went as one. You can almost tell that it was touched by a Pakistani and not from the forward from Holland.
Van Vecht.
Unfortunately, he kicked it.
Well, that's the second time in 2 matches that the Dutch have had a goal disallowed. They had one disallowed against Australia, which was a Boverlander shot. The question was whether it hit the backboard or not. It didn't matter to them in the end. They were 3-1 winners. But we're 1-1 here.
I don't think I'd like to see the third umpire brought into hockey like we have for cricket, but certainly there was some doubt about it.
a very hard one to pick up, even with a couple of replays.
Even our friend Roberto with the video, I'm sure they'll be looking at it frame by frame tonight after this match.
25 minutes to go. 1-1. Pakistan with a couple of chances in this second half. The Netherlands with a goal disallowed. Van Pelt plays it off Shabazz. Advantage, Brinkman. Dellison.
Misunderstanding there between Dellison and Van Dijk.
Shabazz Jr. again replacing Wasim in this second half.
Oh, he's been hit.
Sore hand for Irfan, I think.
There's the Beauverlander hit. Came up off the free hit straight onto his finger on the stick.
They were giving the early signal of an interchange, so it might be very serious.
Well, a direct blow from Beauverlander onto the thumb or the index finger. And Irfan, 22-year-old from Lahore, policeman, in some trouble.
Yes, this is probably Shafak. If he was to come on, he'd come on at centre half, number 16. Irfan also plays centre half, but he's got his, looks to be all right. His thumb's been strapped.
Beauverlander gives him a concerned wave. Kleingeving. Beauverlander and Usman coming together there. Fane and Van den Honert trying to set him going.
Oh, you had a look at him too.
Just for a moment they shaped up, Bajwa and Beauverlander. Meanwhile, Shabazz Jr. sets out for the circle. Shabazz Jr.
Great skill, great skill, should be a goal, no.
Oh, well, he had all the skills of his namesake there, Shabazz Jr. Delightful run. Drawing applause too from the Dutch supporters behind that goal. They appreciate that kind of skill.
That was a great run. I don't know how many players he beat, but some of them 2 or 3 times. There's a chance again.
Yazet flicks it away for Kleingeving.
There's Shabazz Jr. starts his run. There's one. He drags inside of Yazet. He does him easily. Then another one here. Little dummy, and away he goes again. He's inside, pulls inside. He just couldn't quite get onto the push.
And a dream run.
3 very good chances since half-time. They could rue those misses.
Shabazz Jr. again. Not trying to do it all himself this time. Brinkman.
Some of the players in the rest of the world have got wonderful skills, but these people have just got that little bit extra. I just love watching them. Been watching them for 15, 20 years. Some of their players and some of the things they can do with the hockey ball and stick is just amazing. You can well understand why 70,000 people in Pakistan come to watch them play.
They stand 4,000 and 5,000 will go and watch them train.
Yes, they do, and they're just amazing. They don't have any scientific approach to their training. They just go out and play matches and practice their skills. They just keep coming up with sensational players.
Tahir. Well, he had Bajwa on his way.
Of course, they have so many role models. With great teaching, it's almost like folklore.
21.5 minutes left in the World Cup final, unless we go to strokes. Kamran. Sandy Deo not about to help him out.
They must have been pushing.
Yazet was looking for the flick. Usman into the circle. And nearly the mistake from Portinari. It is a penalty corner awarded. Applause from the Pakistan dugout.
Second penalty corner for Pakistan. They're getting on top in this match, but they've got to score this second goal. I've seen it so many times. They get attack and attack and attack, and they don't score. Holland go up the other end, one penalty corner, bang, it's a goal. You lose the match, and you wonder how you lost it.
It'll be Tahir to have a strike. Will they work a variation? Tahir the flick, and saved by Janssen.
You did that pretty easy, Janssen.
Long corner, Pakistan, Shabazz. Oh, Tahir was looking for the deflection.
That man, Clyde Gebbick, there again.
Fanfek. Ellison to Kleingiving. Well, certainly Holland were held to a draw by Germany, but this is a different type of draw for them. Much more action in this, and certainly giving as good as they're getting.
I'm not sure what's going on. Umpire Don Pryor's running over, I think, to Irfan again. I think his hand is certainly sore. He's played very well, and I don't think they'd be reluctant to take him off, even though Shafqat, number 16.
Blood there.
Oh, yes.
That looks nasty. So he'll get strapped up, and he'll be replaced.
Number 16, Shafqat, as he goes off to get that injury treatment. Irfan.
Shafqat is on.
Changed for Pakistan, number 16, Shafqat Malik, replacing number 3, Irfan Muhammad.
Tendenoya comes on again, as he did in the first half, replacing the same man.
Shafqat was the player who took the last of the penalty strokes in the semi-final against Germany, so he should be feeling pretty happy with himself. It's a good tackle for someone so tall, using his reach.
Shafqat getting his chance due to the injury.
Yeah, just got a badly lacerated finger, and they're going to strap it up.
Well, I hope he can be part of it again if the coach wants him to. Shabazz Jr. Tahir. Kamran looking to make some space ahead of him. Shabazz Jr. has someone on the right. Shabazz. Oh, play on.
Yeah, I think it was the right decision. I think he should have passed the ball. Bajwa was on the right, standing on his own.
He tumbled over Portinari, but Deo didn't see anything illegal in how that turned out. Denoya.
It's quite often when they do the flat tackle, they get the ball and you tumble over the stick, but the ball goes in a clean tackle, so they call play on.
Overlander's good tackle has the Dutch in possession again. There's the attention for Irfan. Certainly the digits getting a workout today. There's the right thumb or forefinger, index finger, and now the little finger on the left hand. Be lucky if you can hold the stick.
I think Roland Altmans, the coach of Holland, would be a bit disappointed with his forwards today. Stefan Vane on the right, Taco and the left winger, whoever it is, Denoya or Van Wyk, haven't made a big contribution. And I think he'd be looking for more. And of course, one of the other problems they've got is that Bovelander and Jackie Brinkman are spending so much time trying to keep the Pakistan forwards under control, they're not launching into attack.
Yazet. They fall into the trap of thinking that they could win it with penalty corners, and that their free-running forwards wouldn't have to do much.
Well, that's always a difficulty. I mean, everybody had them as a short prize favourite. But I'm sure the coach of the Netherlands pointed out to them that Pakistan have got a very good record against them.
Shafkat. The pass had a couple of green shirts in front of it, but well cut out. Brinkman. Fain.
Pakistan forwards in this day and age do a lot more back tackling than they did 5 or 6 years ago. Of course, that helps their defence.
Bovelander. Except for their disallowed goal, the Netherlands have rarely been down to the Pakistan goal. Bajwa. Kamran. Not quite. Again.
Yes, he did well there.
Dellison can't quite. Shabazz Jr. More danger for the Netherlands here. Tahir. Shabazz.
There's obstruction there, yes. Absolutely. He was shepherding off the ball. Unfortunately, Kamran ran across and shepherded Jarzet, I think we'll find. There's a lovely little pass here. But yeah, there's a shepherding on number 4. You can't do that. It's a fair way away from the ball, but it still occurred. Only good umpires picked that up, by the way.
As the consensus is that Deo and Pryor deserve to get the final.
Richard, coach Rashid, is very disappointed because he was a forward also, and he used to play those tricks also.
Yes,
so,
that's right. I remember that.
He doesn't agree with the umpire's decision anyway.
Yeah, he used to play a few other tricks in his time as well. 1976 Olympics for one.
He's turned Denoya. Pakistan went through Pool A with 4 wins and a loss. They look to have saved their best hockey for the final. Oh, that was nearly Stephen Bain on his own in the circle.
Don Pryor blew the whistle again. Didn't think he needed to.
A weak flick. Bain earns the penalty corner. Don Pryor not happy with that tackle.
He tried to do a poke tackle, and I think his stick got it caught up in Stephen Vain's shirt. There's a miss flick. Then the ball goes to Stephen Vain. Yes, in fact, he tripped him up. Accidentally, it looked like, but inside the 25, you always take a risk.
Well, they've had to wait 22 minutes, 21 minutes for their first penalty corner of the second half, the Dutch. Good luck, Mansour.
There won't be any justice if this goes in, but this is the way it could go.
Bovelander. Yes. No.
Great running by Tahir.
They're very quick off the line, Pakistan. Chance of a counter-attack. Shabazz Jr. Despite that left knee strapped, he runs very freely. Here's Shabazz, the captain. Tahir.
Oh, not hard enough, no. Shabazz Jr. was open in the middle.
Fain. Played up into Junaid. Well, it's off with Junaid's stick.
Oh, good ball by Tako. Off a foot. With Denoya, he's inexperienced, Denoya, and he stood and watched, and he knew he kicked it, so he waited.
Got to at least pretend it didn't happen.
Yes, that's right. Don't wait for the whistle.
Shafkat, nice move. Kamran wants it. And he's run into Dellison, and Dellison's got a sore schnoz. Meanwhile, Van den Honnet. Denoya.
Yeah,
Usman.
Yeah, Usman.
This is end-to-end stuff, and again, Altmans mightn't like the way this is being played. It's not the Dutch style, really.
The crowd like it.
Shabazz Jr. What a game he's had. Bajwa! Oh, save! Ronald Johnson. Well, I don't know if that was goal-bound or not, but it had to be pretty close, and Johnson certainly felt he had to make the save.
There's the little dummy. beats that player easily. Clive Bennig's beaten. Bajwa lines it up. This was too close to leave.
Now, Klein-Gebink. Left half stuck in the corner. Earns the hit. Overlander taking his time.
He's certainly doing that.
I think they're all a bit tired after that last 2 minutes.
Bouncing.
Too high. Shabazz Jr. again. Fane chasing hard.
Done well since he's come on, hasn't he?
Well, word he has. They're running out of legs everywhere. Shabazz Senior.
Oh, he wouldn't have wanted to trap that.
Bajwa.
Oh, he's missed.
They were lining up to finish that. Cameron, Shabazz Jr. and they all missed.
Well, they don't want the World Cup. That's a wonderful pass from Tahir. Look at that, he's trapped it on the run. He set it up, he couldn't have made it any easier. And Cameron's missed it.
Should have been Cameron's goal. It should have been his 9th.
The World Cup should have been on the plane back to Pakistan. That's what it should have been. They've missed 3.
10 minutes to go. Time enough to make amends. 1-1 we're at.
But I have this impending fear. Holland will go down once and score. And to be quite honest, they haven't deserved to win the World Cup at this moment. Pakistan have made all the running and certainly deserve to win it, but it doesn't always go to those who deserve it. The crowd are loving it.
Yazet squares it across to Portenar, and now Van Pelt.
10 minutes to go.
Well, to give credit to the Dutch defence, Janssens made a crucial save. Shabazz. Shabazz, look out.
The hamstring's getting tested.
Cameron. Shafkat. Usman. I guess it's a question of interpretation when you don't take your chances, Richard. Do you feel that you were deserving of the win, or you're guilty of not taking your chances as Australia were earlier in the week?
Yeah, you're just guilty of not taking your chances. They've had every chance. They won't come any easier than the one we just saw a moment ago that Cameron missed.
Junaid, he wants to get involved, get this team still going forward. Cameron allowed to go.
Oh, another one.
Klein-Gebink sees it away. Bajwa missed that time.
How many can you miss? If you want the World Cup, how many can you miss? Lovely little ball from Junaid. There's Cameron. Little dummy. He's in the circle. Fires it across. There's a sliding Bajwa, I think. And I think Janssen actually might have got a little deflection on it.
Well, Ronald Janssens having a big game in goal. Turn de Nooijer is going to get replaced. He's trying to see who it is over there. It's not Van Veck, is it?
But Delmy, I think he's coming on to play as an extra defender to try and slow this down. I think Roland Altmans might decide they want to close it up and go for the penalty strokes.
Yes, take the punt on the strokes.
Too many Pakistani forwards running amok. I think you'll find that Delmere will come on and mark one of them man to man.
Stefan Fane.
Oh, good tackle.
Shafkat.
Oh, look.
Shabazz. Shabazz.
Oh,
penalty corner.
Yes. just that leg, that's when that leg got him. He just couldn't accelerate when he needed to. Just couldn't change direction quickly enough. Trapped the ball. He's just outside the circle. Yes, it's a push in the back. Certainly penalty corner, right decision.
Brinkman, the offender. Third penalty corner for Pakistan for their game. Naveed leaves it. Oh, took a wicked deflection over the back line.
Penalty corner. They go one left for the variations. The drag. They went for the deflection, but it was too wide.
Well, what a great World Cup final, Richard. I mean,
superb.
You often get to the end of a tournament and the teams play conservatively or they're tired and you don't see the best hockey, but this has been one of the great games of the tournament for sure.
And great for the crowd. I mean, it just shows quite clearly that that hockey, this type of hockey, can draw big crowds, great excitement, and wonderful for the game. Even though there's only been 2 goals scored, there's been numerous opportunities.
So I don't think they'll feel cheated goal-wise when there have been so many chances created and great skills on display. Dellison. Pakistan supporters have pulled out the loud hailer.
There they go again.
It's pretty congested on this side. Shabazz says, let's open this up a bit. Tahir.
Wonderful skills.
The orange shirts are back there, but they don't know which way to run. Shabazz. Tahir. Missed again by Kamran. Oh, my
stick
word.
Too. There's a broken stick by
Yazet. It's got nothing to play with, no handle.
Well, you have to admire the Dutch defence. They've been superb. Their forward line has really let them down in a way, but of course the Pakistan team has played in such good form. This half, I mean, it's just been superb.
4:40 to go.
On another day, on another occasion, it could be 3 or 4-0, 3 or 4-1. But it's still 1-1, 4 minutes to go. And the Netherlands are still in it.
And the Pakistan shots on goal are mounting up. 9-5 now. It favours Pakistan over the Netherlands.
And sometimes you see 9 and you think, well, that's, yeah, where are they? But they've had 4 or 5 open goals.
Pakistan throughout the tournament have been a little guilty of this. They've had 68 shots, 11 goals, 16% conversion rate for their shots overall. Whereas the Dutch, not only have they got a 30% conversion rate for their penalty corners, but also for their shots in field play.
Yes, Delmire's come on and marking Shabazz man-to-man.
Kleingeving, quick ball, Vane, tough one to trap. So 4 minutes to go. And Pakistan dugout, just as nervous as the Dutch.
Mark Dellison's pushed up into the centre strike position as Delmire's come on to mark Shabazz. There's a chance.
Kleingeving. Up they come. Calm in defence, the back line for Pakistan. Here's Kamran. Wants some help, gets it from Shafkat. He got in the way of Shabazz.
Overlander's looking very tired.
He's done a lot of running. Tahir.
He was waiting for the drag and he picked him off.
Tahir. Tahir still. Will he put the cross in or look for the corner? Oh, kicked away by Johnson along the back line.
Well, Johnson's been good.
Bajwa was wide open, a yard or two away from him. Too high.
Yes, if they win this World Cup on penalty strokes, or if they win it anyhow, they've got a lot to thank Janssen. They're making some mistakes now.
Usman. Here's Bajwa. Oh, the diving stick of Stand up so I can see you. That's Shabazz Jr.
Well, they're causing havoc here, but they just cannot get this second goal.
Shabazz Jr. it was. Here's Junaid. And the Netherlands breathe again.
Yes, Junaid ran forward, ran through that space, wanted to give the ball to Shabazz Jr., but he wasn't with him.
Dillison. A minute 30 on the clock.
Watch Dillison, his danger situation. They'll go for the deflection, probably.
Bovelander.
Well, it's in the air again.
Well, they hesitated. Had a couple of options in mind, and they mucked up the one they went for.
Bovey's getting a bit tired now.
Well, we've not seen the Dutch this rattle throughout the tournament. They've been in control of most matches.
They haven't played a team of this quality either.
Shafkat. 65 seconds to go. We're heading for penalty strokes.
Or are we?
Brinkman, no. Well, Pakistan, of course, got to the final via the penalty stroke shootout.
Oh, he's misflicked it again.
Fain.
Oh, Junaid. He's a class player, Junaid.
Shabazz. Can he have one last say? 40 seconds left.
Why not win it yourself? Why not win it yourself, he says.
Tahir. Here comes Cameron. And the flat stick of Yazet. Not many orange shirts forward, but they're going to have a go. Portenar comes up. He's got some legs left.
Offside. Dillison was offside.
Picked up by Don Pryor, the Dutch captain, in an offside position. 15 seconds to go. All players exhausted, I'm sure. And I don't think Pakistan are going to try too hard to mount a last attack. It's going to be strokes. The crowd counts it down. Well, what a great final. It's not over, but the 70 minutes we've seen have been absolutely sparkling.
Yes, they certainly have, and it has to be said that Pakistan should already be heading home with this gold medal. They've done everything except put the ball.
Well, Holland, well, there's Dellison, Bovelander, Brinkman, Taco van den Honnet.
And Del May.
Yes, Del May, who's had next to no time on the pitch.
Del May is a fantastic penalty corner flicker in the same mould as Taco van der Honnet. Scored 8 in one game at the Junior World Cup, ended up with 15, so he certainly can flick the ball. In this situation, each team will have 5 penalty strokes. They'll take them alternatively. If the score is still tied after 5 each, we'll go into sudden death. Each team will take one about, and the first one to miss, that's the end of it. I'm sure this Pakistan got to this gold medal game by defeating Germany on penalty strokes. There was a great save by Manzoor against Christian Blanc, and that was the save that got Pakistan into the gold medal game.
Well, the save that should have been made by Reitz was on the first stroke, taken by Shabazz. It left his stick very lazily. It just dribbled over the line, but Reitz had gone the wrong way. Now, I'm sure the Dutch have done their homework, and of course Pakistan have got Hans Jorritsma in their camp, who'll know all about the Dutch. So it's pure guesswork as to know who would be better prepared about the other.
And cat and mouse. There'll be a lot of psychological warfare going on here. Of course, we've got the huge Dutch contingent behind the goal, the spectators.
The Pakistan crowd trying to inch a bit closer.
Yes.
Richard, it's interesting, the Pakistani goalkeeper's talking to Deo, I think it is, about the type of stroke that may be taken. I think he's talking about the drag flick.
No, they're not allowed to do that. Under the rules, they're not allowed to stand with both feet in front of the ball on a penalty stroke and drag flick it. They have to be behind the ball or their front foot level with the ball. But all of these things will happen.
Sandy Deo is calling over Ronald Johnson and Shabazz. So it's Pakistan to go first. And Sandy's laying down the law in English, no doubt. That'll be the language common to all three.
Basically saying to Janssen in goal, I'll ask you first, are you ready? Then I'll ask the stroke taker, are you ready? And then he will blow the whistle, and after the whistle, the stroke will be taken. That's the standard procedure.
So, what goes through the keeper's mind? Does he stand his ground and wait for the straight one, pick a side and back himself? Shabazz against Janssen in the first attempt. Oh, wasn't that convincing, and Janssen went the right way, but it's one to Pakistan.
Cool as you like. Absolutely as cool as you like. Wasn't a great flick. It's straight in the corner. Well, Janssen was there, but maybe Janssen kicking himself for not going with conviction by throwing his body. He went with his glove. Maybe if he'd thrown his body.
Between the glove and the pad, I think. Anyway, Taco van den Honert. Oh, good luck stopping this one. Mansour.
Yes.
Taco, who scored 5 goals with penalty corner flicks against the Belgians. Still, I'm surprised when Christian Blunk missed his. So Mansour, the journalist's pick in the World 11, as the best keeper here against perhaps the best flicker in Van den Honert. Coolly taken by Taco.
Shabazz Jr. And we can see here Taco, one step and under the crossbar. Easy as you like. Looks easy, doesn't it? Ever tried it?
I don't wish to go down there just now.
No.
Take out short-term citizenship for either.
The ball is placed on the spot, and the player taking the stroke cannot hit it or slap hit it. He must push or flick. He's allowed to take one step.
Shabazz Jr. Took it well. Well, Hans Jorritsma, the man that the Pakistan team have got a hold of to help them, has been doing his homework.
From the other angle.
Now Boverlander for the Netherlands to level it up at 2-all. No misses so far. Oh, he's dragged it wide.
Oh, the legend of Dutch hockey has missed. Well, you would have bet a lot of money that that wasn't going to happen. Isn't it amazing what pressure can do? The Pakistan crowd, Boverlander, he drags it wide, long way wide.
Missed it badly. Well, Boverlander more used to driving them hard. The flick, well, not the skill that he's perhaps more used to.
Yes, but it's amazing. On Friday we saw Christian Blunk have his save, and now Boverlander misses. Oh, do you get that terrible feeling in your stomach when you do that?
Now it's Tahir. Went the same side as Shabazz Jr., and it's 3-1.
Very confident, very powerful. Right inside the netting, almost unstoppable. The only way the goalkeeper's going to save those is be moving. He wasn't moving. There it is again from the other angle.
overlander is just about inconsolable back behind the 25. Dellison now must make this and hope the zone keeper does something. Yes. Had Mansour going the wrong way.
The world media love these situations. You see, there's the flick. No trouble at all to Mark Dellison.
And Usman will be next for Pakistan. Sandy says, here it is. Do with it as you will. And he'll put the ball on the spot, and Janssen has to make a save to get the Netherlands back in this.
Pad. Went in.
Usman a little lucky.
The Dutch players at the other end don't dare to look. Janssen gets his boot on it. Unfortunately, ricochets under the crossbar. So they all count as one.
As Janssen had committed himself, knew he'd gone the wrong way, stuck the foot out, and nearly did come up with the save. Well, if Brinkman misses this, it's over.
Save it, the pressure will go on to Cathcart.
Jackie Brinkman against Mansour. Kept it low. 4-3 Pakistan.
Yep. There it is again. Did it very easily. And up comes Cathcart. He's the Iceman of Pakistan. Just goes in. The World Cup is on its way back to Pakistan.
Cathcart against Janssen, and this for the 1994 World Cup.
You can imagine every home, every television set in Pakistan, from Karachi to wherever. Every person in Pakistan will be watching this, taking it on radio or television.
Some of the Pakistan players are praying on the far side. This for the cup, Cathcart.
Oh,
saved!
Faltered.
He hesitated. Janssen only had to stand there. They're back in it.
He hesitated.
Now the pressure is thrown back
onto Delmay.
Onto Jeroen Delmay. The 21-year-old from Tilburg. Good luck as Cathcart misses.
He obviously saw a movement out the corner of his eye because he went to go and he hesitated, then he misflicked. The pressure.
Delmay must put this in. Saved!
The World Cup is
Mansour's done it! He saved Delmay's shot. Cathcart's off the hook. Pakistan have won the World Cup. The Dutch can't believe it. The pitch has been invaded by the Pakistan supporters here. Mansour, the keeper of the tournament, and the hero of Pakistan.
Look at this. Good luck to the security guards.
Pakistan win the shootout 4-3.
There it is, it's been saved. He's the #1 goalkeeper in the world. Been picked in the world 11, and he's just justified it. He will be the king of Pakistan. The pressure.
It wasn't a bad stroke from Delmay. I think Mansour faked one way, then went back to his right, and it was a brilliant save from Mansour that sees Pakistan take out the 1994 World Cup. The Netherlands won it in 90 in Lahore, but in Sydney in 94, it's Pakistan winning their 4th World Cup. 1-1 after full time, but then Pakistan winning it on penalties 4-3.
Well, a wonderful win to Pakistan, and while we try and attempt to get an interview, I just don't know if that's going to happen with Brian Glencross. If we can find any players out there with all the crowd that's run onto the pitch, we'll give you some more updates. And let's start off with golf and the Greg Norman Classic, where with not long to go, it's Anthony Gilligan who is the outright leader at 13 under the card. He got a birdie on 17 to put him there by himself, 1 shot behind Paul Maloney and overnight leader Mark Calcavecchia. Then another 2 shots back, Lucas Parsons, Peter Fowler and Greg Norman, who's picked up a shot since last we spoke. And then at 8 under the card in the clubhouse, Brett Ogle, Wayne Grady, the amateur Gary Simpson of South Australia and Joyner as well. So Anthony Gilligan with a birdie on 17, 13 under the card and a 1-shot lead in this final round of the Greg Norman Classic. Taking a look at cricket now, and in the one-day match between Zimbabwe and an Australian A-side over at the WACA, Zimbabwe won the toss. They were 9 for 166 after 50 overs. Flower 44, Campbell on 29. The Australian A-side coming into bat very shortly. And at the Manuka Oval, England has taken out their one-day match against the ACT by 101 runs. They were 5 for 254 after 50 overs. And then the ACT, in reply, were bowled for 153 in the 43rd over. Well, that's what it was today. A recap earlier today at the hockey. Australia took the bronze medal at this World Cup for 1994, defeating Germany in the playoff for 3rd. 5 goals to 2. It was a remarkable match. Australia in the 5 matches previous had scored only 9 goals, and yet in this match today they scored 4 goals in the space of 10 minutes in the first half. The final score, as we said, 5-2. So let's take a look at the overall placings for this World Cup in 1994. Pakistan, the champions for 94, they won in a penalty shootout. It was 1-1 at half time, and they've reversed the standings from the 1990 final when it was the Netherlands that won over Pakistan. So the Netherlands runners-up in 1994, Australia with the bronze. In 4th place, Germany, followed by India and England. Going on to 7th place, we have Argentina, then followed by Korea in 8th. Spain and South Africa filling 9th and 10th. And 11th, it was Belgium. And finishing without a win in this World Cup was Belarus, the new team after the breakup of the Soviet Union. Well, just recapping, it was 1-1 at full time in this final between Pakistan and the Netherlands. It went to a penalty shootout, which Pakistan picked up. So they're the 1994 World Cup champions. You really had to give it to Pakistan. In the second half, they had all the chances, very attacking, very different styles of play between the Netherlands, very good on their set pieces, excellent at their penalty corner conversions. But it was Pakistan in the second half which ran with the ball. They had so many chances. I think at last count it was 3 or 4 that they might have been able to capitalise on. But they've won, as you can see, the crowd extremely satisfied, running onto the field straight away. Let's go through to Steve Rabilia to see if Brian Glencross has been able to get anybody for an interview. Steve.
This team, as I said earlier, they deserve to win, and they're a great team. Their skills excite me, they excite the hockey world, and it's great to see. This is the 4th time they've won the World Cup. There'll be fantastic scenes in Karachi and Lahore and every other city in Pakistan. The players fully deserve it. Bad luck to the Netherlands. They're a great team, but just on the day, I felt they were outplayed, and they just, in their defence, which had been so good all the time, stuck firm, but they just couldn't do anything in attack. And there's Shabazz riding high. As
yes,
I say,
he's being chaired around the place. Well, the Dutch doing their best to celebrate. Have to be disappointed, but Shabazz perhaps up there with Kleingevink from Holland as the best players at the tournament, and Shabazz did that with a hamstring injury.
Yes, he's a very, very good player, and but it's interesting to see that it was a great contest with a big crowd. And the best thing that could have happened for this World Cup was that game on television with a big crowd, great excitement, and great enthusiasm from everybody here.
Australia finishing 3rd, Germany 4th. Pakistan win the 1994 World Cup on penalty strokes in a dramatic finish. But the teams that finished top of Pool A and top of Pool B played out an exhilarating final, and justice done perhaps in the end with Pakistan's shots on goal, their free-running play, dominant in the second half. The Netherlands looked untroubled through the tournament until this match, when they struck a red-hot Pakistan. Pakistan deserving the World Cup then in 1994, winning it on penalty strokes 4-3 after it was 1-1 at full time. So the World Cup goes back to the place where it was initiated. Pakistan win it for the 4th time.
Thank you, Steve Rebillard. And you have to hand it to Pakistan, their 4th World Cup out of 8 tournaments so far, following their wins in 1971, 1978 and 1982. Well, that wraps it up from us here at Olympic Park in Sydney. Pakistan World Cup champions for 1994. On behalf of Steve Rebillard, Richard Tilley, Richard Agus, Brian Glencross and all of the ABC team, thanks for your company, and until next week at the Golf, from Olympic Park here, it's bye for now.
Bajwa has a shot. It's in. It's a goal. It's deflected in off the keeper, I think, or one of the Dutch players, but the shot came from within the circle. Bajwa credit him with the goal. Saved the World Cup. Menzies done it. He saved Elmo's shot.
I was trying to pick a branch of science that would really extend me, would really be at the frontiers, and astronomy is certainly one of those.
At 27, Dr. Vicky Meadows has already established an international reputation.